So when Felix first meets Nat, she's completely blown away by him. He's passionate. The first thing he tells her is that he's about to go to Spain. He's about to fight for this cause that she hardly knows anything about. Nat was actually the hardest character for me to write, for all sorts of reasons. He's an East Ender. He's a printer, an artist. He's somebody who finds it difficult to express his emotions in words, and he's much better at doing it through pictures and images. But it's through his eyes that we get the battle perspective on Spain, and discover exactly what it was like to be a volunteer, to what the training was like, what it was like to go into your first battle, how you felt afterwards, and all the awful dilemmas that war brings. So George was the character who came most easily to me, really. I really loved George very quickly. And he's not an obvious hero at all. He's the best friend of Felix's brother, and he's in love with Felix too. And he actually goes off and pursues her to Spain and thinks it's going to be a relatively easy task to bring her back. And then, of course, gets completely involved in the war himself, where he's a correspondent, and being in Spain transforms him completely. Ironically, since he's not the Jewish character, he's the one that I'd really describe as a proper mensch. He's so decent, really. He'll always be trying to do the right thing. He's very good with his hands. He's very practical and down to earth. But at the same time, he's actually in many ways he has the most emotionally complex response to the war. I think he can see the big picture. Unlike Nat, he's completely not a person for whom the ends justifies the means, and so he's sort of racked with self-doubt at every turn, which I think makes him really interesting.